You rent an apartment, but still like to treat it as a home. It's where we rest, play, study, and work. Having a clean kitchen feels like the very first step of having a completely clean house. And if you have children or work a full-time job, it can be overwhelming trying to keep up with it. But by following this simple step-by-step guide, you'll be able to maintain it clean and tidy. The very first thing you're going to want to do is remove all of the items off of your counters and table that don't belong in the kitchen. Start in one corner of the kitchen or one section of the counter. And be careful not to distract yourself by putting things away one by one right now. Just clear them away from the counter. You can put things where they go after all of the counters are clear or after the kitchen is completely clean. Then you're going to wash any dishes you collect after picking them up from the house first before you clean the fridge. This way it won't become overbearing and you'll be left with little to no space in your sink. If you find that you have any fruit ripening, you can freeze them to make smoothies later. This prevents food waste and it'll be worth having bought them in the first place. In our case, my mother-in-law brings a surplus from her fruit market, so we're always very thankful. This has been a great way to prevent them from going to the trash. When you're cleaning the surfaces, you want to make sure you start from top to bottom. Start with the cabinet, then work your way down to the backsplash, the counters, the table, and leaving the floors last. As I mentioned earlier, we live in an apartment and our place does not have a dishwasher. So I decided to have a more organized system. I would have a racket for the dry dishes and a racket for the wet dishes. Here I'm using a bamboo dish brush. It's perfect for any different dish that you might have or struggle with to get in the corners to clean. They're a great replacement for the regular green plastic brush that everyone uses. These are much better to use because they really do get the job done. It comes in a set of 5 for less than $20, I believe. If you guys want to try them out, they are very eco-friendly and sustainable, and they last forever, which is the best part. They don't stink at all, which is, you know what sponges do, they hold bacteria, and it just makes washing dishes a little bit more fun. Now we focus on the microwave and oven. For the microwave, instead of using paper towels, I run my norwex envirocloth under warm soapy water and scrub on the inside. I don't worry about the food falling on the oven or the floor since we'll leave the floors for last. As for the stove, I plan to invest in smart burners later in the future, but for now I replace them with the typical stainless steel ones every few months. Since my husband and I both work from home, we cook from home most days, and these get used very often. As we all know, the kitchen is the most used room of the home, so dishes are constantly needed to be used and washed, but it's okay. You can quickly wash them if needed and continue with the next step. Besides cleaning your surfaces, it's also important to clean your small appliances. You don't want to spend too long on this or clean too deeply, but it's a good opportunity to dump out those crumbs from your microwave, coffee maker, toaster, or stand mixer. By this point, I had to stop recording and start work, so if you're a busy person, don't worry if you have to split the work in 2 days to finish this. In able to do this the right way, you're going to want to empty your fridge and freezer completely. throw away spoiled and expired food. Instead of using paper towels to clean away the spills, I use a homemade spray cleaner of apple cider vinegar, essential oils, and castor soap. There are other non-toxic cleaners available, and I'll link them down below for you to choose from. Once you have everything laid out on the table, what I like to do is I like to separate all of the glass containers and see what I can keep for storage solutions or to recycle. I'm a big fan of propagating plants and making more of the mother plants, so here I just took advantage of this overgrowing vine that I had, and even though it looked beautiful, I thought I might use this as an opportunity to grow more. The bamboo dish brush set I mentioned earlier has this specific one with tougher bristles, perfect for this. Just let the food stains sit on warm or hot water and scrub away. There's also this little hack I found to clean the very bottom of the fridge with Q-tips. They are tiny and fit perfectly through the cracks and openings to pick up any dust that's accumulated. Now by this point, we're feeling very accomplished. Now that you finished this step-by-step guide, we cleared the clutter off the surfaces, washed those dishes, cleaned the small and large appliances, deep cleaned our sink, cleared our fridge, and swept and mopped. Now you're done.